Hey, hello there, and what is up, everyone? Welcome to this channel, and welcome to yet a new pick a card reading again. My name is Ellie. It's a pleasure, an absolute pleasure today to be reading your cards. Today is all about who you had a past life connection with. And this topic has been super fascinating for me lately. And you know what, you guys? Like, starting my career as a professional tarot reader, I never would have guessed that, like, past life readings and, like, ancestral readings will become eventually, like, a big speciality of mine. I mean that, I guess the past lives readings you would have guessed, right? Because I have such a passion for things like history and collecting antiques, and I have a fascination with like old locations and old homes and objects like this that have a soul, right? And I always had like these sort of weird past life insights sometimes about the people that I know or my friends and stuff like that. Which I tend to have a lot for other people more than myself, but I guess that this is how it works most of the time, right? When you are someone intuitive, you tend to pick up mostly on other people more than for yourself, because you know, with yourself, you're with your own self, you're biased basically, and we all are a bit to a certain degree, right? But yeah, ancestral readings, it's more so understandable why you would see that. I wouldn't have guessed that, because you know, I've never had really a strong link with the concept of blood related family. It's never been a thing for me. I've more so always been on the detached side of things for when it comes to that, and I'm someone that really believes in chosen people, right? A chosen family concepts, like the souls that you choose to be a part of your own life, and I believe absolutely in the power in that as well. Besides the fact that I have a connection to my pagan ancestors, to the side of my ancestry that is Slavic. And this I have a connection to, but yeah, the rest it's more so been difficult for me. So yeah, it was a surprising thing to discover this year that like these types of readings were the ones that were most popular on my shop. I do them each week. I do either ancestral or past life readings. So it just become a really big subject of fascination for me. You know, the more you do something, the better you get at it. And these readings have been selling like fresh homemade bread on my shop, honey. So I just been thinking, you know what? It's time that I make another one of these readings on the channel here for you guys. And what best than to tap into some sort of subject I haven't tapped into yet, which is, you know, the relationships that you had in your past life, which may have carried over sometimes into this one lifetime. And I'm sure that many of you had this impression before, not just me. I'm pretty sure that you had like this strange feeling overcoming you, maybe about someone inside of your life that you feel maybe you've met before, or maybe that you feel like something about them is familiar, or something about like this sort of recurring pattern with them feels like you've been through it before, like you've been there before. And isn't it interesting? I love investigating more into that. So today we'll connect to that. We'll connect to the energy of who this person might be that you've had a past life with. And then I'm also going to connect to some more general information about this past life's energy, what you guys' roles may have been in it, some of the main recurring themes or big elements that may be important for you to watch out for about the past life you have with this individual. And of course, like, we'll be open for anything today, okay? Because this can go wild sometimes, okay? My own experience doing these readings, oh my god, you guys, like, if you would know like the number of relationships that look like night and day, you know, like in this current like lifetime, the relationship or connection might be totally different than it was in the past life spent together. However, I tend to find that many of the core energy or essence of the relationship, or the sort of patterns behind it, if you will, tend to transfer though. This tend to sort of remain the same, if you will. This will maybe make up for some interesting breakthroughs. But yeah, so if you guys are ready, in a few moments, you will have the different past selection on the screen, and all that you have to do if it is your first time doing one of these these pick a card readings is basically take the moment of meditation to really recenter, call in your spirit team, and maybe ask them to help you tune in and connect to the pal or the group that you resonate with the most. And once your choice of group is done, head down into the description box down below and click on a timestamp associated with your pal. And it is there that I will meet you on your reading, okay? Hello, Pal One, and welcome to your reading. So today we are channeling a past life connection of yours, and today I will be pulling cards on camera. So I just felt like doing something a little bit different this time, a little bit more intuitive. And so, yeah, we'll see what comes through. And I'm really excited about that. These readings, these past life readings have been selling quite a lot on the shop. And I've been meaning to do a public pick a card reading on this subject of like past life connections. So yeah, let's dive into it. And before I start digging more into your past, you guys, let's just start by pulling a few cards first, just to see who this person inside of your life could be. Who inside of your life currently do you have a past life with? So let's dig into that. Okay, Spirit, connect me to Pal One. Oh, that was kind of fast. This one wanted to like flip through. And we have the Fool reversed here. Interesting. Who did Pat? Oh my God, another one here. I didn't even have the time to like ask my question. It just flew out like very quickly. We have the Ace of Cups, the Fool reversed. Right away, I'm getting an intuition of what this could be. But let me pull an Oracle card with that. Just to gain some more information on that. About this current relationship inside of your life, Pal One. Who did Pal One had a past life relationship with, Spirit? And what is this current relationship all about? We have here the card of support. The card of support. So right away, there's a child energy here coming through, Pal One. So I don't know if you yourself are a parent, or if there's a prominent child inside of your life. This could also be like a nephew or a niece that you have like this very sort of like strong connection with. This could be a child that you have no blood links with as well. So this could be like maybe an adopted child or something like that. This could also be a little brother or a little sister, if you resonate with that, like someone much younger than you somehow. And this energy of support here coming through, this could definitely be a sibling. Otherwise, if you don't have any children, this could definitely be a sibling, but this is the kind of sibling here, kind of like sibling energy where I feel like this person is looking up to you a lot to guide them, or maybe that they see in you some sort of role model or something like that. Okay. Trigger alert. But this Fool in reverse as well could also be somebody here that has lost a child. Okay, so if some of you miscarried a child in the past, or had a partner, had a spouse that maybe miscarried a child, this could also be talking about the spirit of that child. Ooh, but there's like a big support energy here. Like this is definitely someone that you care a lot about for sure. There's a lot of love here with this Ace of Cups and a strong emotional, empathic sort of like connection with this person, to where even if they are not physically present with you, you could still kind of feel what is going on with them from a distance, which I know sounds kind of like weird, but especially I tend to find like that, especially people that have spent a lot of time together tend to have like this kind of like, empathic psychic link, if you will. And this could be some sort of twin as well, some sort of twin energy here for sure. If some of you resonate with that, if you have like a twin inside of your life where it's kind of like fused, right? But then there's something here about like this strong empathic emotional connection that binds you and this individual for sure with this Ace of Cups. But then there's also something here about this person with the Fool reverse, kind of like being, I don't want to say like difficult to reach, but it's almost as though like this person, for some of you, could have left your life, whether they've left it abruptly, or whether they had to move away for some reason, whether they're moved away from home. Or if this is talking like about a young sibling you still live with, or a young child that you have at home, then this could be someone that you really will have a hard time sort of letting go, if you will. It's going to be like a type of relationship where it's kind of enmeshed here with this Ace of Cups. And do you see how like this Fool here is like tied up to his bed here, and it's almost like he wants to jump out of this window, but then it's kind of like, is that an anchor on the floor? Yeah, this is an anchor. There is an anchor on the floor that attaches him as well. So I'm picking up here with this card reversed as well, this anchor here, all of those ties here, that it could also be some sort of like a meshed relationship where it's kind of like, it will kind of be hard to separate from this person or to spend time away from each other for an extended amount of time, if you will. For some reason, it could be really hard to allow that person their space, or allow this person kind of like their own autonomy or independence or freedom. And it's not like a codependency kind of energy that I'm picking up necessarily. I mean, it could be for some of you if you resonate with that, but with this kind of support here, it's almost making me think as though like you could often worry about this person inside of your life for some reason. Like you really care about this person. And this card of support also lets me know that even if this person is away from you, it's like you're the first person that they're calling each time. Like, if, for example, if they get into trouble, all right? Because with the Fool, okay, let me explain. Because the Fool is a type of character that is kind of like, heads in the clouds, and he's kind of like an adventurer, and he likes to go with the flow inside of his life. He doesn't have like a fixed plan. He's more so like a wanderer, right? And an explorer. And so he's more so about experiencing everything that there's got to experiment inside of this life. But with this card reversed, there could be like this naivety about this person a little bit that you guys are aware of. Like this person needs a higher figure around them, some sort of like higher figure of wisdom or higher figure of guidance. And I feel like you guys play this role a lot in this person's life, which is why like a childlike kind of younger than you kind of energy came through. But if this is not necessarily someone that is younger than you, then I feel that this is definitely someone that has kind of like this young soul energy, and not young soul in a bad way, like not in a way where they're immature or anything like that, but more so like they're young soul in the sense that like They're more impressionable, if you will. They're more open to anything that comes through. They're more naive a little bit. They're more innocent. And it's part of like the beauty of this person. But at the same time, it also activates the part of you that is kind of like more protective over this person here as well. So it's really interesting. There's definitely, like I've said, there's definitely a strong heart-to-heart connection here. And this, oh, I just noticed that on this card of support, it's a spine, which makes a lot of sense. It's almost like you're the spine for this person. And it's just like a very, very strong, this person could even be, with this Ace of Cups, this person could even be some type of soulmate in you guys' life for sure. And I mean, we can have all kinds of different types of soulmates in this lifetime, by the way, you guys. Like, I know that soulmate sometimes gets this, this sort of connotation almost as like it's a romantic or anything like that. But we can have soulmate relationships everywhere. We can have a soulmate relationship with a pet, or we can have a soulmate relationship with a sibling for sure, or with a child, or with a parent of ours, or a family member, a best friend. We can find soulmates in many places inside of our life. And for some reason, I'm feeling with this Ace of Cups, like this person has been a soulmate inside of your life. Like you guys are bonded. Like it's like a fusion that I'm really picking up on here. Like the bond is so strong, even if this person is away from you physically, or even if they are not inside of your life anymore, if that's the case for some of you, I still feel that there's this strong feeling of their presence around you. And it's almost like when they have stepped inside of your auric field, you can sort of feel it. And if this person is just, physically away, like living abroad or, living in another city or something like that, I feel with this Ace of Cups, like you can definitely sense it or pick up on it when this person is in some kind of like trouble, or when they have trouble almost like sleeping at night. I'm just looking at this bed here being upside down, when there's like some sort of disruption inside of this person's life. When something is troubling them, I feel like you can pick it up very, very strongly, very easily. This is a very interesting connection and dynamic here. Okay. But now let's jump into what the past life that you have with this individual could be all about for you guys. So I'm going to pull these cards. I'm going to put these cards on the side here so you can still see them. And maybe that something similar will be coming through and the new cards I will be pulling. So it's good for me to have like them as a reference on the side still. And I'm so sorry, by the way, you guys, like my mouth has been so dry. Let me drink a little bit of water. I'll be back to you. All right, so let's pull your cards, you guys. Spirit, connect me to pile 1 and show me what kind of past life did they have with this individual here that you showed me the energy of. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. We have here Strength reversed. Yeah, for sure. Kind of makes me think again of like this, protector, kind of like the Maiden and the Fierce Lion. It makes me think still of like the support card, kind of like there's a strong person inside of this relationship, and it's almost like this person feels this responsibility to like protect this other person or to be strong for this other person for some reason. And we have an 8 of Cups reverse. Let's pull some oracle cards to see what sort of roles you guys could have had inside of each other's lives. There are some cards here I've been missing. Okay, have them all. Spirit, what else do you have to say about this past life connection and relationship? What else is coming through? Who was Bawan to this individual, and who was this individual to pile 1. We have a lot of cards here that fell down, but we have the musician here that just flipped through, and we have here, it says inspiration and gratitude. Yeah, I feel like you guys have been inspiring a lot. Like somebody here has been a muse inside of this other person's life in a past life for sure. What else do you have to say, Spirit? We have like a second card that flipped through. We had the captain and the aspirant, but the aspirant kind of like fell down first. I'm kind of feeling called to almost keep both of them. Maybe this one on top, since it was like the second one that came through. But we have the captain here that says taking command and teamwork. So I'll place it there. And we have here the aspirant, ambition, diligence, and setbacks. Yeah, the aspirant, a musician, you know, taking command, teamwork. This is almost making me think of like a sort of admiration kind of energy here. Kind of like a mentor-student kind of relationship, or maybe like someone here that almost introduced the other person inside of a trade in a past life, especially with this Ace of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles here. Almost makes me think of someone that introduced the other person inside of a trade, or, you know, inside of some sort of like skill set, or this could be in a field of some kind. That the other person, this person inside of your life, I feel needed to be introduced to in order to sort of connect to purpose as well. But this is very interesting because with Strength reverse, with 8 of Cups reverse, this feels past life and still current energy. Almost like this past life energy that has transferred over into this current incarnation for you guys. And so very interesting. I feel like there was a very, very, very similar dynamic inside of this past life that sort of has transferred into this current lifetime for you guys. And this dynamic definitely feels in line of what I've told you, like sort of like this teacher, student, mentor kind of relationship here. I feel like you guys, my pile 1, felt responsible for that person, or sort of like felt like you had to show the rope for that person in a past life as well as in this one. And it's super weird. It's almost like it almost makes me think of the type of soulmate here, where it's almost like you're showing this soul. You're showing this soul around. I know that it sounds strange, okay? Bear with me. It's almost as though you as an older soul have been guiding this other soul inside of this human experience. You've been introducing them into many first-time type of experiences that have been really significant for this person's life. So it's very interesting because depending on their age in this current lifetime, like if it's a baby amid this part of the message, of course, but maybe that in this current lifetime, you guys have noticed that this person always seemed to kind of like follow your footsteps. Like for example, every time that you will pick up something new, like some new kind of interest or new kind of hobby, that maybe that this person wanted to do the same and like try on this new hobby as well. You know, I just feel like this person here has looked up to you guys like a lot. And with Strength reverse, it's almost like this, again, it's this very protective sort of nature that you felt towards this individual in your past life, just as in this one, pile 1. And it's almost like an energy that has carried you both into this current lifetime. So it's very interesting. This same type of energy here of like sort of feeling responsible for introducing this person to the world, if you will, or like showing this person the ropes in a sense, is still very current. It's still very present. And we have here the card of freedom that fell down on the floor. Freedom. Like I've said, I feel like it's been very hard to let go of that person. It was very hard to let go of that person in a past life. Like it is in this current one. You guys have been a very, very prominent, important person inside of this other person's life, in the past life, if you will. And I get this feeling like this person has been following you, not only in terms of like footsteps and like passions or, you know, interests and stuff like that, but in terms of like soul, on a soul level, they have been following you around from your last incarnation, Pawan. Probably because their soul chose you as some sort of like mentor or teacher or protector in a sense. Maybe because they have chosen to protect you as well in this incarnation. So this role could almost like flip flop and reverse depending on the chapters and journeys you guys are going through. And that's the thing though, like sometimes some people come inside of our life because we have something to show them or to teach them or to do for them. You know, it's not always the other way around. Or sometimes, you know, those roles can sort of like switch. And I feel like you've passed down a lot of your own, this could be like your own passions or your own legacy or your own maybe heritage to that person in a past life. And it's almost like the same dynamic is present here. Like this person was either younger than you in a past life as well, or you felt responsible for protecting them. With this strength reverse here for sure. And with this aspirant, it could have aspired to become someone like you, or to, you know, they could have aspired to your position in life or what you did instead of your own life. You know, also with the captain here, you know, this is making me think all again of like some sort of like dynamic here of you know, someone was sort of like teaching the others, or the other, showing the way to the other, showing the ropes to the other. But then there's a lot of teamwork here as well. So this feels like, you know, you guys just really held on to each other, you know, the same way that those hands are holding on to each other on this picture here. But there is a lot of attachment here. You guys can sense that there is a seed of you that lives inside of this person. And maybe that this person makes you think of yourself when you were younger or in a different time and age, where maybe life felt a bit more innocent for you. And this person could be really your anchor in both this past life and this current lifetime, especially seeing the anchor there and all the ropes being present as well, you know, in this pentacle energy here. It's making me think of like attachment and anchor. It really makes me think of that. Like you guys have this attachment and you guys are not done with each other. I feel like you guys are not done with each other for sure. Especially like this Eight of Cups reversed, it was like bound to happen in this past life that you guys would continue on the work that you had started here in different lifetimes. And I feel like even in this lifetime, the work is not over for you guys. So this is interesting. I feel like you guys will keep following each other around for a little longer. Or in the next lifetime too, this could be talking about as well if you resonate with that. But yeah, this person has been an anchor as you have been an anchor for them as well. So it's not like having them following you around is a burden for you. That's not what I'm picking up here. What I'm picking up is on this soul sister, sort of soul brother, kindred spirit type of energy here, sort of like teamwork energy, like it's us against the world, or it's us against like the darker forces that are on the outside trying to get on us or trying to attack us. It's this kind of energy of protection here that I'm really feeling like strongly about this relationship or connection that was really present in your past life and in this current one too. So it's almost like with this person you feel safe, with this person you feel at home. And I feel like this comes from what happened in your past lives. So you guys kind of like chose each other for very, very similar reasons, but then you have like your own different, very distinct energy, which is very interesting to me. Like I keep picking up again on like this sibling kind of energy, but it's almost as though like you could have definitely introduced this person to what later became their purpose or their calling, or this could be their life's work. It's almost as though you maybe birthed a star with this musician here, that says gratitude, inspiration, or this person wouldn't have accomplished everything that they did, or wouldn't come as far inside of your life like they did if it wasn't for you and your help or your support. It's almost like a mama bird as well type of energy here, especially with this kind of freedom here where there's like a woman teaching this dove how to fly here. I feel like in a past life you really showed this individual how to spread their own wings and how to fly free from the nest or from their comfort zone or from their own past. I feel like in a past life you showed this individual how to become autonomous, basically. And this person, I feel, truly was in need of like a family member or somebody that they could relate to, somebody that they could hold on to, is what I'm picking up here for some reason with this Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Somebody that wouldn't leave them or go away with this Eight of Cups reversed. Oh my God. Okay. So I wonder if maybe in this past life, this person didn't have like a real family, or maybe that you were this person that to them came the closest to a family than they ever had, basically. And there's two aces here as well. There's an Ace of Cups in this current lifetime and an Ace of Cups in this past life. So this person was a blessing for you too in both of your incarnations together. And I feel like it was comforting for you to have this person under your own wing. Like this person created a very special type of attachment style with you that is really going to be difficult to walk away from and let go if you have to one of these days, if you have to detach yourself from them for one reason or another, Pawan. And detachment doesn't always like have to be a separation, but sometimes it can just be someone that needs to leave the home, or it can be something bigger like a death or something like that. But this person here is going to take a lot of strength to kind of like stay away from, to kind of like let them, do their own thing or have their own life, or, find their own way somewhere, if you will. It's going to be hard to detach from like this mentor teacher role, or big brother, big sister kind of role, or this mother child kind of role, if you will. And you guys may find that you're constantly coming back to each other when something goes wrong or when there's a problem that someone is experiencing. And in this past life, you guys could have worked together for sure, is what I'm picking up. You guys either worked together or accomplished something very hard together with Strength reversed. Maybe that you guys traveled together with Eight of Cups reversed. Like I've said, maybe that you were a mentor, Pawan, to this person, introducing them to some kind of like, this could be a new creative skill, maybe with this musician over here, or any sort of like new creative skill. And I know that this will sound super, super weird, okay? But bear with me. But war is also coming through here, especially with Strength reverse here. The Captain, sorry, I reversed these cards here, but with the Captain and the aspirant there, war is coming through here for some reason. Oh my God. Okay, so maybe that you guys did war together, went at war together, or were buddies in the same ship together, or maybe that you guys had to team up to take on a bigger, more intimidating force with Strength reverse. Maybe that you guys had to team up while you guys were very, very far away from home, from your respective homes with this Eight of Cups reverse, or while you were isolated from the rest of the world. There's this energy here, like almost like this, maybe you guys work together in like a lighthouse or something, like in the middle of the ocean, like, like those little lighthouses on a tiny island, in the middle of the sea. Like there is something here about you guys having to stick to each other and with each other and holding on to each other here a lot. Like you guys were reliant on each other, not only in terms of like, your own sanity, your own security, your own livelihood, your own survival, but also like your well-being here in general. You guys had to watch for each other's back a lot in your past life. Maybe that you had to survive together, or maybe that you've gone through a lot together. And your souls have chosen each other again. Your souls have found each other. Sorry, Spirit is correcting me right now. Your souls found their way back to each other in this current lifetime, probably because you guys had something to traverse yet again with each other in this current lifetime. Maybe that you guys needed each other's spine again in this lifetime. Oh my God, okay. So this person could be sent in your life as you traverse, or to help you traverse a very difficult period of your life, Pawan. This person could be sent in your life to help you traverse a very difficult period. If this is a sibling, then maybe that the difficult part of your life was your childhood and adolescence. Or if this is a child, then maybe that this is a child that came to you at a time where you were most in need of someone to be here, and you guys were each other's spine and support in a past life spent together. And I know that earlier when I said that, it kind of like sounded one way, but you too, Pawan, I feel, found great comfort in this person being present here. And in this lifetime, too, you guys may have felt like you have gone through war together, almost like in a metaphorical sense, like you've been through a lot with each other and together, especially if you've grown up together in a tumultuous, like, household, like if this is talking about a sibling, or if this is a child, then maybe that this is war in a sense that like you two will have to take care of each other at some point where maybe you have no one else or something like that. But in your past life, like, wow, you could have saved the life of this person. Oh my God, I don't know why I haven't seen that before. Strength reverse, 8 of Cups reverse for sure. Maybe you saved the life of this individual in a past life. Ah, there we go. This makes so much sense. That's why I was like picking up on so much, like, I was picking up on so much like this soldier kind of like, so much camaraderie, almost like, like soldiers in the same regiment, kind of like camaraderie. And you can take that literal or metaphorical, okay? But I've picked up on that dynamic here being so strong. Like you guys were learning through so many experiences together with the Page of Pentacles and, finding your way together. Oh my God. Okay, so that's why I felt like this enmeshment as well, almost like a ride or die. Like we go through this together and I'm not letting you behind. Like I'm coming back for you. It's this energy of that here with Strength reverse and the 8 of Cups reversed as well. And an energy of like, we will go through this together and I'm there to push you and to watch your back. So you guys, oh my God, you guys were really almost like inseparable. You guys have been through hell and back together in your past life. And it's almost like you were each other's guardian, if you will. And that's why it was hard to separate. It was really hard to separate. You guys were each other's anchor in a world where your anchors were completely torn off from you or ripped apart with this 8 of Cups reversed. Now, this is a very, very special past life connection. I've never picked up on anything like this before. But Pawan, this is everything that I'm seeing for you about this past life connection. I hope that those insights maybe brought some clarity or peace or maybe some interesting points that could maybe later make sense as you think deeper about it. But yeah, thank you so much for having spent this time in sacred space with me. And if some of you have been interested to book a private reading with me, the links to my online store and social medias will be down below. And I even sell this exact same reading on my Etsy store, but on a written PDF format. I also offer pre-recorded video versions of the reading, so you'll be able to find all of that in my links down below. If you have been wanting to try it in a form of a personal reading yourself. And otherwise, I hope to see you all soon in the next video. Mwah. Bye bye, guys. Hello, Paltu, and welcome to your reading. So, today we are channeling a past life connection of yours. And today I will be pulling cards directly on camera. I just felt like doing something a little different because for those of you that are already used to my channel, I usually pull the cards in advance for most of my readings, and I really love to take notes because this is how I channel my messages through the most. Usually it's through automatic writing, but today no notes, will just go intuitively as so it should prove quite different than the other readings, and yeah, I'm really excited about that. So these readings have been selling like, hot potato on my shop. And I've been meaning to do a public pick a card reading on the subject for a while now. So yeah, let's dive into it. And before I start digging more into your own past life, Paltu, let's pull a few cards first to see who this person inside of your life could be. Who inside of your life do you have a past life connection with? Okay, so let's get started. Oh, we have a card here right away that flipped through. We have the Chariot. Oh, ooh, powerful connection right away. I'm picking up here. Sort of like, okay, so I'm picking up on so much right away just from this card alone. But do you see how like this black and white person are just pulling this red character here that is like kind of like in a power position on this Chariot card here? I'm picking up that this is a relationship with someone that could be your opposite in this lifetime. Paltu, this person and you could feel quite opposite in terms of how you think, in terms of your goals in life, in terms of your priorities in life, in terms of your values even. And when you're trying to go right, it could always seem like this person is trying to go left, or maybe that they're always trying to cause some sort of resistance or some sort of obstacle inside of your life. Sorry, I'm just starting my timer here on the side because I know that if I don't, then I'll just speak forever and we'll be here tomorrow, okay? So yeah, I'm just picking up with this Chariot card. Like, this is someone that has been challenging for you right away. This is a relationship that has been challenging. Probably, you know what this is making me think of? It's not the too many cooks in the kitchen type of thing necessarily, but I'm sort of picking up on like two strong heads banging with each other, and it's hard to sort of like advance this carriage here, the Chariot, when someone always seems to be pulling in the opposite direction as you're trying to. So this feels like someone here that has been challenging for you in this lifetime, Paltu, and I'm going to see if it's for the worst or for the best, because I just want to say, okay, before I continue, that every relationships are challenging, by the way, in their own way. Some relationships though seem more effortless than others, but it's not because a relationship is challenging for us inside of our life, or someone is, confrontational for us or triggering us a lot inside of our life, that it means necessarily that this is a bad person for us. I'm someone that strongly believes that there are these relationships, these people inside of our life that are meant to sort of contrast us, right? Like this black and white force, this yin and this yang force pulling the Chariot here. And the Chariot wouldn't be able to conquer everything he set up his mind to do. It wouldn't be able to go, across the entire realm if it wasn't for this balance in between the dark and the light, So the Chariot is someone that has to travel, to learn to maneuver, to travel in between that darkness and that light in order to advance towards his success, in order to basically grow to his full potential. So it could be some sort of relationship like that, if you resonate with that, for sure. But let's see what else is coming through here. What else do you have to say about this person that Paltu has had a past life with, Spirit? And we have here the Ten of Coins. You know what? I was really having a hunch of that. I really felt like this could be family related or sort of like, this could be a relative or someone you grew up with, or if this is not a relative, it could have been as well. I was about to say a life partner, but I'm feeling called out of saying that, because with this Chariot and 10 of Coins, it more so feels like you guys have been brought on the same project or on the same life journey, if you will, and it's not been necessarily a choice, is what this feels like here. To me, at least. It doesn't feel like it was your choice to partner up with this person, or to have to deal with that person, or to have to go through at this life journey with this person being there. So this could definitely be a parent. This could definitely also be a sibling, maybe. It could be someone you grew up close to. It could be someone as well from your childhood. I don't know why, but okay, if this is not relative, if this is not a relative, sorry, with the 10 of Pentacles, then I'm picking up that this is a very, very old relationship here. Then this is a very old relationship. And it could be a very karmic one as well. This could be someone you grew up with, or someone that you knew or were involved with for at least the last 10 years with this 10 of Coins here. Maybe that this is a 10 years old relationship, or a relationship approaching its 10-year-old. It could also be possible. This could also be some sort of like high school friend or childhood friend, someone that has always kind of like been around. Could be a friend of the family or something like that. I'm just picking up on a very old relationship here. Like this person has always been around. If this is not like a parent or family member per se, but I'm picking up that for most of you here who are on this spell, this is a parent. And I feel like for most of you, this is most definitely a dominant kind of parent. Someone prominent inside of your life. This could definitely be your dad. For most of you here who are on this pile. Or if this is not your dad, then maybe that your mom, maybe you've been raised by like a single mom that had to do so much around the home, and that had so much involvement over your own life. But this is someone here, this is a prominent, dominant figure here. This is someone with a lot of character, a lot of dominance, and I feel like you banged head a little with this person in the past for when it comes to how you want to live your own life, or maybe for when it comes to how you were sort of envisioning the household to be managed. Maybe just this black and white character here pulling in opposite direction is really talking to me for you somehow. Dang, it's taking a long time, hey, before I can pull a card from this oracle deck. There you go. I was like, this is very long here. We have the card of lust. We have the card of lust. So this could be someone that somehow you keep feeling pulled back towards, or feel pulled back to. This could be someone here inside of your life that has like this crazy sort of kind of makes me think of Pa1 a little bit, because I'm still kind of feeling this sort of attachment style, if you will, with this card of lust here. Kind of makes me think of that a little. Is there something else that wants to come through? Another card, or this is it? Just let me check what this was. We have here God. Yeah, definitely. This is this Chariot card here. I feel like there could be a blend of love and hate with that person. I know that it sounds super fucked up and strange, but I'm feeling this kind of dynamic here where as much as there have been good moments with that person, as much as there is stuff that you simply cannot let go about this person, as much as well as there is a bit of darkness here, as much as there is this duality, right? Yeah, this is the right word here. There's a duality inside of this relationship. And sometimes it's going to be the light that is going to outweigh the dark. And sometimes the dark is sort of going to outweigh the good inside of this relationship. And it could go in phases like that. But this kind of loss here doesn't feel like a sexual attraction, like in any way, especially if this is apparent. That's not what I'm picking up. But I mean, with this kind of loss here, I'm more so picking up that this relationship has a grip on you, especially with the God, the Chariot here. This relationship here has got a hold on you, Pal 2. And sometimes it's more powerful than you can even control necessarily. And maybe that this is why you're wondering if you had a past life with this person inside of your life, because I feel like there's something here that could be very karmic. I haven't even pulled your cards yet about like what this past life could be about, but I feel that there could be like a very powerful karmic note inside of this current relationship inside of your life, where you and this person are kind of like wrestling for power sometimes, or kind of like wrestling with each other, if you will. And it can be for good and for bad. Like there's a lot of passion in the midst of that relationship here. And the passion is for the best and for the worst again. But this kind of God here, again, is making me think of like a strong head, this could be a strong masculine figure inside of your life, like a father or father figure, maybe a stepfather. If this is not your, blood related father, otherwise it could be someone that you feel is trying to father you inside of your life. It could be a mom or a woman inside of your life that is sort of like a father figure inside of your life. Sort of like the more so dominant, driven, leader type of figure character inside of your life. But I feel like this person has been very, very, very prominent here inside of your life. There's no denying in that, especially with the 10 of coins as well here. That is showing me that there has been a history literally built with that person. And so let's jump into what this past life could be about for you guys, okay? Because I'm really curious right now. I really want to see what this could be talking about. All right, so let's pull some cards and let's be open for whatever may come through, okay? Because like I've said in the intro of this video, our past life with someone can be totally different than how the relationship looks like in this current lifetime. So we already here have the Lovers reversed. And we have the Knight of Pentacles that also sort of wanted to flip through on my end. You know what? This makes so much sense that the Lovers reverse is here. This is definitely a karmic relationship. This definitely was a karmic relationship inside of your past life as well. See, 7 of Swords. This is someone with whom you had a difficult past life with, Pal 2. And this will just stand as confirmation if this relationship has always been challenging and it's been kind of like a back and forth, a chasing kind of like energy with that person inside of this lifetime. If it always felt like you were under the, how can I say this? In French, we say emprise. In English, we would say, I don't have another word for grip. I'm so sorry. My dictionary here needs to expand. I need to learn some more English words, but it just feels like a relationship here that you've been under the influence of. It feels like a relationship here that has been challenging, because it's almost like as much as you want to leave it, sometimes it's like it keeps pulling you back in it, right? So there could have been a lot of back and forth like that inside of this relationship somehow, is what I'm really picking up here for you. And again, it's just like this dance of like kind of like love and hate. We have Strength reverse that came out here. So funny. Strength was there in Pile 1 as well, and it came back for you for Pile 2, but it feels so different. Like this Strength reversed feels so different for you guys than it felt in Pile 1. It feels like a wrestling again. It feels like a wrestling of like power here. Kind of like this person held a lot of control or power over you in your past incarnation. For sure, especially with the Seven of Swords here as well. You know, the Seven of Swords is the card notorious in tarot to speak about. It's kind of like the card of the thief, right? So it kind of speaks about like other people doing something to us, or doing something behind our back, or doing something while our guard is down, and sort of taking advantage of the fact that we're more vulnerable than them, or taking advantage of the fact that we are dependent on them to do something that will advantage them, basically, to do something that will only benefit them at the cost of us. So, you know, especially with strength reversed here, there is definitely some heavy karmic undertones to this relationship. I feel like in your past life, this person had a sort of control or power over you that was very, very difficult to sort of get rid of. And I wonder if some of you guys could have a south node. If you are into astrology and like to look at your birth chart and stuff like that, then I'm really feeling drawn to say, look at your south node, look at if you have a Virgo south node, or this could be a south node in the 6th house, or this could be a Libra south node, Libra, or 7th house south node, sorry. Or this could be as well a Scorpio or 8th house south node, or Aries. I'm also picking up on Aries here. Aries, south node, 1st house, south node, because this is a wrestling for power here. If you don't have this placement, then maybe that your south node has a connection. This is getting complex here, but maybe that your south node has an aspect to Mars or to Venus inside of your birth chart. But this is really here. You don't have to have one of these placements, by the way, for this reading to still apply, okay? But it's just that it could stand as confirmation if some of you are into astrology and stuff like that. But this is definitely a karmic relationship, Baltu. This is a relationship that in your past life, you had a lot of struggle sort of finding your power into. Maybe that this person always seemed to like suppress you or repress something inside of you, or always sort of made you in a subordinate position compared to them, especially with the Lovers reverse and the Knight of Pentacles here. Because the Knight of Pentacles, all knights in tarot are basically servitors, if you will. They're kind of like they live basically to answer to the order of their queens and kings. They basically live to respond to the order of their master, basically whoever this master is. And it can be literal, or it can be spiritual, it can be metaphorical. So with this Knight of Pentacles, I'm picking up that you serve this person a lot inside of your past life. And maybe that this is why in this current lifetime, it could absolutely trigger you to see this person sometimes being treated maybe like they can do no wrong, or maybe that you see this person being treated sort of like requiring a certain level of respect while they haven't necessarily earned it. Maybe that it triggers you to see this person, to see someone else maybe inside of your life. This could be another woman inside of your life that is more submissive, maybe, and that is acting in servitude of this person, of this man. Now, I know that this will sound probably ew to you, depending on who this person is inside of your current lifetime here, but I definitely feel that in your past life, you guys were married to this individual with the Lovers reverse. You guys were married with this person here. It was like a man and woman relationship with the Lovers reverse and the Strength card reverse as well. This is two polarities, two different people being brought together here by a more powerful force. Do you hear the sirens right now? There are some sirens on the outside. See, I feel like this is a sign. Like everything that happens during a reading for me is always a sign. And this siren, again, feels like there was something dangerous here about this relationship or about this individual that you were involved with, Baltu. And maybe that there was this big, how can I say, with the Strength card reversed, there's definitely this power dynamic that was unfair and unbalanced here for sure. So maybe that you and this person had a strong, how can I say, a strong age gap apart from each other, or maybe that this person had more power than you, or maybe that this person had more notoriety than you, maybe that this person had more money than you, or more resources than you. And it sort of took you, because this person had, you were dependent on them basically. I felt like you had not your own, it feels like a lion in a cage basically. It feels like you didn't have your own power, your own freedom, your own autonomy outside of this individual here that sort of held that for you. Oh my god, man, you guys. Man, I haven't even pulled the rest of your oracle cards here. Let's see what else is coming through about what this past relationship could have been about, what were maybe your occupations, or what were some of the themes that you've experienced. We have here the scholar, investigation, research. The scholar. So maybe that someone here was a teacher inside of their past life, or someone that had a lot of knowledge. Have the painter, productivity, creation. And maybe that someone was more of the creative. Maybe that someone here in this relationship was more so the logical, if you will, force, while the other person in this relationship was more so the creative, if you will. Because it's again this polarity, those opposites being brought together that I keep seeing in your cards here. And I see it with the Chariot, I see it with the Lovers reverse, I see it with Strength reverse. It's almost like you guys have always been dog and cats with each other. It's always been like opposite. The sort of opposite attracts, and its opposite sort of repulses as well. It's like both at the same time, which is crazy. Okay, your third card fell down on the floor, you guys, and it's the Hound. Loyalty, chains, promises. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was feeling. Loyalty, chains, promises. I definitely feel here that there are themes of loyalty to watch out for about this relationship and about your past life karma, pal 2. Maybe that this person is tied into a lesson about loyalty for you, and really watching out who you are loyal to inside of this current incarnation as well, to see if this loyalty runs with integrity, or if it runs from fear, or if it runs from something deeper that somehow keeps you attached to this person, or makes you keep coming back to this person even though you know that something is not good for you about this relationship here. Like loyalty, chains, promises, this makes me think of bounds again. Like you will have to free yourself, I feel, from this person in this lifetime. I keep feeling that. We have the card of abundance that flipped through. So maybe that this person as well had a very big impact on your own sense of value and self-worth, especially with the Ten of Pentacles here and the Knight of Pentacles being here. In terms of your past life, I feel like this person had powerful impressions over you on what you were deserving of, on the types of goals you wanted to pursue instead of your life, with a scholar and a painter. Maybe that this person disapproved of the things that you placed a lot of value in, or that you wanted to sort of build a life in. Maybe that they disapproved of your choice of mate as well with the Lovers reverse. It could have also cause this sort of like fighting sort of dynamic here as well with Strength reverse for sure. This person I feel here has been hard to get rid of inside of your past life, you guys. I feel like they really lived a long life, and they've been a part of your life for a very long time in your past life. And it's like every time you wish you wouldn't have been under the control or influence, it's like there still kind of always was there in the background inside of your life. And I feel that this is definitely a lesson here, like I was saying about loyalty. You guys really watch out for your loyalty inside of this current lifetime, okay? Really watch out for that, especially because I sense that for you guys specifically, there could be something about karmic relationships in general being a big theme of your life. So maybe that this relationship here was just the first one or the very big prominent one that you've sort of been finding your way throughout this lifetime with. But because of this primary relationship, maybe that you guys have lived as well this sort of karmic rebound inside of partnerships as well, inside of friendships, inside of other relationships that the same energy could have got transferred into, kind of. Or maybe that you have a lot of past lives with different people inside of your life in this current incarnation too. And this is where this lesson about loyalty could be coming from here. Be really careful about your loyalty being at your own detriment, being at all costs, because love shouldn't come at all costs. And it doesn't even matter if this is blood related or not. Like true love that asks of you to sacrifice a part of you will never be real love, you guys. This is love with condition. This is I love you if you are this way. I love you if you are this type of person. I love you if you can serve me or do this for me or be this kind of person that I want you to be. This is a I love you if. And those conditions here are what don't belong in the real integrity of a relationship. For loyalty to be truly healthy. So really watch out who and what you're loyal to inside of this lifetime, you guys. And ask yourself these questions. Is my loyalty creating these chains and walls that make it difficult for me to free myself from relationships that I know are not necessarily good for me or just only feed into my shadow, basically, with strength reverse and 7 of swords. You know, relationships that only make me end up like always living inside of my triggers. I feel like this person here was a trigger inside of your past life, you guys, to awaken. It was only a trigger, like they are in this current lifetime too, with the card of lust as well. Lust, it speaks about passion being awakened, you see? And so passion is kind of like a trigger as well. It's a trigger that comes inside of us from our own subconscious to tell us about the places inside of us that are laying desactivated. And those places are coming back to our own consciousness so that we can activate them inside of their power again, so that we can heal them and address them and empower them. And that's why I really see here being the function of this relationship here, being the energy at the core of this past life connection here. Wow, this is intense. This is going to be an intense relationship for sure. An intense trial inside of my Paltu's lives. But you guys are getting through it, okay? You guys are getting through it by learning your own value outside of it and learning to raise your boundaries with someone that has been so difficult to raise boundaries over. I feel like this person in your past life has not been used to be told no very often, or this is enough, you've crossed the line. Like I feel like they were allowed certain things, certain permissions inside of your past life together, that just the time allowed them, or their status allowed them, or that their gender allowed them maybe. And inside of this current lifetime, they're realizing that they do not hold as much power over you anymore. Like the power that they hold over you, that you think that they hold power to, is an illusion. It's a past life illusion that is still sort of hovering maybe over you in this current lifetime. And it's a saying here, with loyalty, chains, bounds, you can liberate yourself from that. You do not have to live under the influence of this individual anymore. You guys can cut cords with them, even if you still need them to be a part of your life. Like sometimes we can cut cords with a parent, let's say, while we don't necessarily want to kick them off outside of our life permanently. I don't know, you may want to, you know, sometimes we have to estrange from some people for a reason. But if some of you are just at this point where, you know what, I don't want to necessarily estrange from that person just yet, just know that like this person, you have the right to put your boundaries with them, and you have the right to cut cords with them and sort of like go your own way separately from them. And I feel that you guys are here to do that for sure. But pile 2, this is everything that I'm seeing for you about this past life connection. I hope that those insights maybe brought you some clarity or interesting points that could make sense about this relationship here. Thank you so much for having spent this time in sacred space with me. And if some of you have been interested to book a private reading with me, the links to my online store and social medias will be down below. I even sell this exact same version. Well, it's not exactly the same version, but I sell this exact same reading on my Etsy store. So you'll be able to find it in there as well. If you've been wanting to try it in the form of a personal reading for yourself, I sell it in a PDF version because again, I'm an automatic writer, as well as I sell it. I can do this reading as a pre-recorded video version as well. So yeah, go check this out. And otherwise, I hope to see you all back soon in another video and read your cards again. Mwah. Bye bye, guys. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. So today we are channeling a past life connection of yours. And today I will be pulling cards directly on camera. So it should feel quite different than from the rest of my other readings. Just felt like trying something a little different today. Just pulling a bit more intuitively and free-flowing, see what will be coming through. Sometimes I like to do that. And yeah, I'm really excited about that. So these readings about past life connections have been selling quite a lot on my shop, and I've been meaning to do a public version, pick a card of this reading on this subject. So yeah, let's dive in, okay? And before I start digging into your past a little more, you guys, let's just start by pulling a few cards, okay? Just to see who this person inside of your life could be. Who inside of your life, pile 3, do you have a past life connection with? Okay, so let's check into that. Spirit, connect me. Oh my god, okay. Connect me to pile 3. There's a card here that already flipped through, and it's the Ace of Wands reversed. Interesting. I just had a flash, okay? I just had a flash that some of you here who are on this pile haven't yet met that person you had a past life connection with. So I don't know if it really resonates with for some of you, but if some of you have like no clue who this could be, it could be confirmation that this person just hasn't come through yet. So sorry, you guys, I'm just starting my timer here because if I don't do it, I will be here sitting forever talking to you guys. But yeah, with this Ace of Wands reverse, I'm just picking up that for some of you guys, this person may have not exactly come through just yet. So this could be a brand new connection that has yet to come in for some of you at least. And I wouldn't say that this is necessarily all of the people here who are on the spell, but if you always had like this weird intuitive sort of impression, like there was a meaningful connection that was meant to come towards you and that haven't necessarily come through yet, like you don't feel like this person has been in your life before just yet, then this could just stand as confirmation that this person is sort of still on the way for you. So for a big majority of you guys, this may not necessarily be someone that you grew up with or grew up around. It could be someone unrelated to you, sort of. Someone that doesn't come from your inner circle or that you haven't necessarily incarnated being around already. Like a lot of past life connections, you know, usually happen, but this could be someone that is somehow meant for a specific chapter or part of your journey, because usually aces are about that, right? Aces are kind of like the initial stage, or basically the marker of the beginning of a brand new, entirely new journey. And all of the different suits, they speak of a different kind of life journey. And a suit of wands, they speak of a brand new wands journey being initiated with this person. And a wands journey usually has to do with purpose, intention, and awareness. So a wands journey is all about that. And a wands journey, we will basically learn to set intentions for ourselves, for our life. And we learn to basically channel purpose and channel passion and direction into our goals and into what we want to achieve. And basically, we will learn to fight for what we want or defend what we want. So that's what happens in the entire Suits journey. Which we will go through in my tarot course. Of course, I'm currently building for those of you that are already familiar with my work. But yeah, that's what I'm picking up right away with this card. And it's very strange right now. Okay, I was about to say there's no other card that seemed to want to come through. But yeah, we have the Four of Cups here. That just flipped through for you guys. And before I start interpreting this card, let me just pull an oracle card with that, okay? Just to get some more of a general vibe. Spirit, who did pile 3 have a past life connection with? Who did pile 3 had a past life with? Spirit, what do you have to say about this connection? Okay, we have here the card of opposition. Okay, opposition. Interesting, because we had something coming through like that in pile 2 as well. Some sort of opposite. Someone that is different than you. We have here the card of anger. So what I'm sensing with this card of anger and opposition is that this person here could awaken deeply seated fears inside of you guys. Deeply seated triggers, of the things that you may need to be made aware of inside of your life. So when this person will come through, there could somehow be a bit of resistance about them, almost like as much as a part of you is attracted towards them with this Ace of Wands reverse, and as much as Spirit will have sent you this person as a blessing, because I don't feel, okay, let me just specify that it doesn't feel here like a toxic relationship of any kind. I don't know why, but opposition and anger and this Four of Cups, to me, they don't feel like a relationship being toxic for you. They more so feel like something that your spirit or your personality could be tempted to reject at first. But the aces, all aces in tarot are a blessing, basically. And the fact that this ace is reversed doesn't cancel that this person will be sent inside of your life as some sort of blessing. But since this ace is reversed, it more so indicates to me that this is kind of like a blessing in disguise. So at first, in the beginning of this relationship, you may not notice that this person has been divinely put there inside of your course for a reason. There could be like some sort of like triggers or fears, sort of like that this person stirs in you in the beginning. And I don't know if it's because like this person is an opposite than you, maybe that they're very different than you. And as well as the Four of Cups here is often the card of being different. So that's why I find it funny that like opposition is here. Usually with the Four of Cups, this is someone that comes from the Three of Cups, where everybody is having like a party together and a celebration together. And that's sort of like your tribe and your clan that you're introduced to in the Three of Cups. But the Four of Cups is sort of walking away from that Three of Cups, because this is someone here that has felt very singled out and alone, if you will. This is someone that has noticed that, you know, what they needed to fulfill their own cup couldn't be found in that tribe or in that clan of the Three of Cups. So they sort of had to separate away from that. So I really wonder if some sort of like separation like that you and this person had to go through separately
is what could actually be the reason for bonding together. Maybe like maybe that you guys will be two lone wolves or two kind of like black sheeps in some sort of way. And maybe that like this sort of opposition that you found inside of the world is kind of like what will bring you maybe into connection together or into relating with each other, basically. But it's very strange because I feel like there's a lot of things that will be ignited inside of this relationship with the Ace of Wands reverse. So whether you already know this person or not, pile 3, I really get this feeling like this person, like I've said, like triggers a lot of things inside of you that you may not be aware of on a daily basis. And that's why this relationship here has its own challenges in a sense. But like I've said to pile 2, like a relationship being challenging doesn't mean that it's a bad relationship or it's something toxic or it's something you need to get away from. Like all relationships have their own challenges to their own degree, but sometimes a challenging relationship can be sent as a blessing in disguise for us to sort of awaken certain parts of us that we needed someone different than us to try to sort of like mirror back to us or sort of show to us so that we would start accepting those parts and integrating them. And this is sort of like the more so feeling that I'm getting with your pile 3. I'm getting more so this impression about your reading. Like this is someone here that is sort of like an opposite, someone that contrasts you, someone that has very different strengths than you. But at the same time, it's kind of like their strengths complement your weaknesses and vice versa. Like you have made some lessons that also complement this person's lessons that they need to undergo, if you will. And that's the sort of like opposite energy that I'm feeling here. And anger is really making me think of this Ace of Wands reverse. It's really making me think of like this sort of triggering energy. Like this person is going to bring back some fears at the top of your consciousness, that if you have not addressed these fears or insecurities before coming inside of this relationship, then it could feel like this relationship is the trigger, basically. But if you've healed these parts of yourself beforehand or have already started working through that by yourself, then you could feel that this relationship actually has a lot more in common with you than, you would have like realized if you would have not made this work. So it's kind of funny because like with this 4 of Cups and opposition card, I'm really feeling like this kind of person here where you have, as much as you have like stuff that are very different from each other, as much as you have strong similarities, like these strong striking similarities that cannot be denied. And it's really interesting. So I'm really feeling that for some of you as well with Ace of Wands reverse, this could be someone you feel pulled towards, feel drawn to. So this feels more so as well sort of sacral chakra area with this card of anger and Ace of Wands here. So it could definitely be someone that you get romantically involved with. But something here about this relationship is very funny because it's like it draws you, but then a part of you almost feels tempted to reject it. So I don't know if it's what you're going to struggle with, this sort of push and pull, maybe inside of this relationship. Maybe that you're going to feel it throughout the relationship, or maybe you're going to just feel this feeling at the beginning of this relationship, this sort of push and pull. Like as soon as like you're pulling back, it's like this person tries to pull you in. Or as soon as like this person pulls back, it's kind of like you want to pull them back in. And it's really odd here. It's really odd. Let me see what could have happened in a past life of this relationship. Oh, I have an oracle card here from my deck that was stuck. Okay, so let's check into that. What could be the past life that you guys have spent together? And let's be open for anything that comes through, right, you guys? Like I've said in the for the other piles today, because a relationship that we have with someone in a past life can be like totally different. It can be like night and day from like a relationship we have with someone today. So sometimes the results can be quite surprising. We have here the Five of Pentacles though. I wanted to come through for you guys first. Five of Pentacles. What else do you have to say, Spirit? We have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, I wanted to come through as well. What was the past life in between these people, Spirit? We have the Magician. The Magician. So, wow. And we have the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Meaning this person in your past life, pile 3, has completely turned it upside down. I really felt that as soon as I saw the Magician, but this Wheel of Fortune reverse completely just confirmed that this person here feels like they've changed your life in your past life. Like, and I don't know if this person has helped you. Like, this feels like that. It feels with the Five of Pentacles and Eight of Swords, like this person has helped you get out of some sort of situation here. And I don't know if this was like a material situation, a situation having to do with your finances or having to do with your family or just your circumstances, maybe with the Five of Pentacles. It could also be a state of mind or an emotional state that this person in a past life helped you overcome or get away from or get out from. But what Spirit is showing me here with this Magician is that it's almost as though this person has been a magician in your past life. Like, you really saw in them a lot of power. And I bet that they were probably a very charismatic type of person. In your past life, they were probably very charismatic, very charming, very magnetic. And they were a good seller too, in the sense that when they truly believed in something, they had a way of like breaking walls down from other people that would be skeptical of them or be skeptical of basically their methods and stuff like that. But it really feels like they sold a solution to you in a past life, or they really kind of like they really helped you break free or away of certain limitations that were keeping you sort of bonded or sort of like stuck inside of a life that you knew you had to get away from or had to liberate yourself from in order to be able to access your own greater calling, your own destiny, your own fate, to take back your own fate inside of your own hands, basically, with a Wheel of Fortune reversed. So this is special. I feel like this person you have met in the past life, Ball 3, definitely to stretch your mind, to help you step outside of your own box, and to help you see your own power somewhere, to help you see that you were meant for so much more than what you felt subjugated to, basically, with this Five of Pentacles. And I don't know why I am feeling this, but I'm feeling like this powerful character, this very influential character you've met in a past life where you were really in a situation here where it's like you couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel with the Eight of Swords. Let's see what is coming through here. We have the Champion, achievement, downfall. What else is coming through, Spirit? What else do you have to say about this past life? And we have the Waker. See, that's what I was talking about. This is this Eight of Swords here. I feel like this person you've met in a past life to help you get out of your own rut or get out of your own mental limitations and to help you see your own potential, Pile 3. And I feel like this person has been the cheerleader in a past life. Like this person has been the only one there for you at a moment and a point in time where you absolutely needed someone. With a Five of Pentacles, because basically the Five of Pentacles talks about that. It talks about usually there's two figures on this card that are sort of like wandering outside, and those two people are disabled or sick, or very poor, and they're looking basically for some sort of help out there. And the window that we can see behind is the window of a church, basically. So we could imagine that this church is sort of like the safe haven that will open its door to like shelter these people over there. So usually it shows, it's a card of resilience, basically. It's the card that speaks of help and support coming in the way, and two people sort of surviving a world together, or two people helping each other get out of something. So maybe that this person as well was in a very similar situation as you, but maybe because they had like a very optimistic and empowering approach, maybe that it just feels like it was easier being around them to just like pull yourself out of certain mindsets or energy states that were very difficult for you to sort of expand beyond. And it's very interesting because I see your magic come alive when you were near that person. And I don't know if they were like some sort of if they were very spiritual themselves. Maybe that this person was a religious kind of person, maybe that they were very spiritual in a past life, and maybe that they sort of maybe that they really healed your fate somewhere. Maybe that meeting this person really sort of kick-started an entirely new sort of spiritual journey for you. And maybe that this is why your soul will be so drawn to that person. Maybe because in a past life, this person has just been they've been such a figure of inspiration. They've been such a big helper or a big breakthrough for your own soul. Like the Wheel of Fortune it's the card of breakthrough, basically. It's the card of like fortune that was stuck, finally turning. And a Wheel of Fortune reverse is not necessarily bad fortune. It's more so saying it's being reversed, basically. So this is kind of like this Five of Pentacles and Eight of Swords energy got reversed the moment that you met this person. And I feel like a great sort of power here about this person. I don't know if this person was very influential, or maybe that they had like a lot of money, maybe that they had a lot of prestige, maybe that they were very respected or very known in a certain field or in a certain type of community. And maybe that mixing up with them or sort of being introduced inside of their world could have completely flipped your own situation upside down. And it's almost like a going from poor to transforming into a magician type of situation where nothing anymore is stopping you, and where you get to create all the opportunities or that you've always lacked in the past before. So I'm sensing a very sort of like lifestyle of abundance, a lifestyle almost of like wild permissions and luxuries that you may have never had access to before you got introduced to that person. It's really weird. It's almost making me think of like a Great Gatsby sort of energy. I don't know why, but I cannot stop but thinking about that. So maybe that there's something about that related to this past life. Like maybe that, I don't know, something about the 20s draws a lot of you. Or maybe that's something about like, or maybe that is just metaphorical. Maybe that is just like, because of this magician, I just sense the presence here or someone that is just awake, or someone that opened your eye, that said like, hey, this life is not all that you're amount to. Like, I see great potential inside of you. And I feel like this person saw some things inside of you, Pile 3, that even yourself couldn't see about yourself. And I feel like it was refreshing because it broke down a lot of patterns for you, or it sort of shifted your perspective where you started seeing your own accountability, seeing your own gifts, and seeing your own talents somewhere where it was difficult for you to see. So it's almost as though this person could have been like a, they almost make me think of a, how is it called? You know, like the star recruiters or stuff like that. You know, like the people that are kind of like the talent, like kind of like the headhunters and stuff like that. The people that are looking for people that have this little something that is special. Like this person makes me think of that. They make me think of someone that in your past life really saw something special in you, and it helped you sort of like open your eyes on what your life could be, what your life could become, who you could be as a person. And this could be why in this current lifetime, it's sort of like this person you're going to find a lot of attachment with, maybe. We have here the card of thought. Yeah, I just feel like this person was really haunting you in your past life. Like there was something about them that made it difficult to not think about them. And I feel like in this current lifetime too, it's going to feel like even if you're away from that person, or if this relationship is on and off, I don't know how it's meant to be here, but it feels like even when you're going to be away from that person, it's going to be really hard to not think about them for some reason. Or maybe that once they get introduced inside of your life, it's like your mind will not be able to stop about that, thinking about them. And maybe that this is why you're going to start to wonder, like, hey, did I have like, is there some sort of like past life energy lingering here maybe about this individual? Like, is there some sort of like spiritual reason why I'm so drawn to them or feel so connected to them? And I just feel that in your past life, this person made you feel special. They sort of gave you the ego boost that you needed, and not in a bad way. As I always say, when there's still less ego, it is a problem. When you dissolve completely your own ego, it is a big problem for a lot of people, because that's when other people and life itself start walking all over you. Basically, when you have no ego or no line drawn in between what's mine and what's yours, or where me begins and you begin, that's where boundaries are sort of too fluid and can be taken advantage of. So a little bit of ego is important. Confidence is important, and it's part of a healthy, balanced ego in a sense. And I just feel here like with this Five of Pentacles and Ace of Swords, you guys were really deprived of that in your past life. And it seemed like this person was the only one that was sort of seeing you for who you really were, or something like that. Maybe that this is why we have the Four of Cups here as well. Maybe that you guys feel a lot like this in this current lifetime too. Like, not a lot of people appreciate your energy or see you for who you are or love you for the person that you are, and not what you can give them, or what, you know, sort of like this conditional love kind of thing, if you will. And the Four of Cups is just someone very different. They were born to be different. They were born to stand out from the crowd. And it's difficult for them to find someone to relate to, or someone that is sort of like them. And maybe that this is why this person here is going to feel so special. And we have the card of choice. So interesting. Spirit is showing me that it's going to be a choice to either welcome this relationship, this past life connection inside of your life, or to simply let it be and let it kind of like flow by. So it seems here like there's no karmic contract sort of attached to this person here. Like when you're going to meet this person, there could be this sense of deja vu with the Ace of Wands reverse. Like somehow there are certain things that you live with that individual that are more ancient than just this one lifetime. But at the same time, this card of choice here is saying to me that Spirit is going to grant you guys a choice. It's going to be a choice to either welcome this relationship or not, or to be in each other's life or not. And there could be a choice here. Like, I don't know why, but I'm feeling like this connection here for a lot of you guys could be on and off. Like this is someone that will sort of be, there could be some sort of like a romantic connection eventually with that person for some of you. And then maybe that it could go out, you guys could go out of it or grow out of it. But then maybe that you guys will always sort of stay around each other for some reason. I know that it sounds strange, but I'm having this strong feeling about this pile here. And that's the thing, right? About like, you know, past life relationships or like any sort of like relationships. It's like, it's not because like you appreciate someone's energy or someone has changed your life for the better that necessarily they're meant to like stay there for the whole rest of your entire life. Or it doesn't mean that you have to be in a romantic relationship with them, absolutely, or you have to be like, you know, not at all. Like some people we have met just the time of a season, just for the season of a summertime, and they will like fucking throw our life around and be the marker to a new era. And I know that because I speak from experience. I've met some people platonically as well, platonically even, that in a spawn of a freaking weekend have completely had a powerful impact over me and the person I am today. So, and I just feel the same here. Like this person is supposed to have a very powerful impact over you guys' life, over some choices you're going to make inside of your life, and over some thoughts as well that you're meant to reform. Because I just feel here like that this person will sort of one of the similar thing that you guys could have in common is the way you think, for sure, with a card of thought. I feel like this person expanded your mind so much in this past life here. They've sort of been a champion. They sort of have been a champion for you somewhere. There's just a lot of admiration energy here with the card of the champion, I feel. Just like this card of like, if someone can do it, or if I can count on someone, I know it can be you, in a sense. And maybe that this card of anger is there because of that too. Maybe because like, there could be a little bit of frustration here, knowing that like, even though you had a strong connection with that person, it's sort of like at the same time you realize you cannot own that person doesn't owe you, and sometimes your journey might separate, or it might diverge, or your purpose might diverge, and it may feel a little frustrating sometimes to just feel like, you know what, I feel like I have found someone that's sort of thought like me, or could help me in this certain way, or could grow me or stretch me, push me, stretch my horizon, or someone that truly reminded me that I was walking the right track with my own purpose. And it could feel sort of like a shame to feel like you're losing that sometimes. Like this, either something happens inside of your life and you and this person have to either separate or go your own way for a while, only to maybe come back later on to each other. There could be this push and pull. I just keep feeling that about this individual here. Like they are going to be in your life through phases. Exactly. Like their presence will come in phases. It's so odd. And I feel like in your past life too, it's like you couldn't possess that person. This person couldn't possess you either. It's like they were there for a chapter or a journey. And maybe that this relationship will come and go in cycles as well, where during some phases you guys were super, super connected or super close. And then during other chapters, it's like, okay, one is taking their own way and doing their own thing, and there is a bit more distance here being gained, only to come back later on and stuff like that. But it doesn't feel here like something, your energy is trapped in. Like on the contrary, I feel here with this Eight of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune reverse and Magician, like in your past life, this person helped you break free a lot, break free in your mind and find your own autonomy and find your own power outside of the relationship too, in and out. And it just feels like this person really helped you love yourself more fully. And so I'm feeling here like there could be definitely a lesson of detachment maybe related to that person inside of your current lifetime, you guys. But at the same time, I just feel like there's going to be proximity always being there. Like this person is meant to be around either for a while or, like I've said, in cycles like this. And it feels like you will have really met them to sort of like learn to not only think outside of the box, but also live outside of the box for when it comes to your own life, to your own desires, your own lifestyle, your own power. I just feel like it's power that you guys will be tapping into. You guys will just have like so many ideas that you're going to bounce off each other too. There's just so much inspiration drawn here from each other. It's very special. But yeah, this is definitely different stages of awareness and awakening that you guys have gone through together in this past life here, and that you guys are supposed to continue. And this current incarnation wants you will cross each other's path again. And that's really what I see here for you, Pal 3. But Pal 3, this is what I'm seeing intuitively about this past life connection. And I hope that those insights maybe brought you some clarity or interesting points that could maybe make sense. And I thank you so much for spending time in sacred space with me today. And if some of you have been interested to book a private reading with me, the links to my online store and social medias will be down below. I even saw a version of this reading on my Etsy store in PDF version, as well as you can also order it as a pre-recorded video version. So yeah, just drop in my DM or find me on social medias. And we can arrange that. And otherwise, I hope to see you all soon for another reading in the next video. Mwah. Take care. Bye bye.